What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How are you today? I hope that your day is going fine. If not, I hope tomorrow gets better. Today, we're going to be reacting to an episode of Paternity Court. Let's just get right into it. Let's go.
Good day, everyone.
She's a loud lady.
Miss Smith, you open your case today because you say a high school romance with the defendant led to the birth of your 4-year-old daughter, Adriana.
Yeah.
You testify that you are 100% certain he fathered your child, and once proven today, you want him to step up as he
Dang, she only 22?
does with his
That wig, I wish they stopped wearing these wigs. Them wigs be looking bad.
other kids. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Womack, you claim that there was nothing romantic about the casual hookups you had with the plaintiff, and you deny you fathered her daughter. You say there are many other possible fathers, and until you have proof, you will not claim another man's child. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't blame her for that.
She was 100% sure that she was my baby. Why wait 3 years to tell me? Someone texts me out of the blue. 3 years later, I have your baby. And I just accept it.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
I don't blame
You
her for
got a
that.
text. This is the text. Miss Smith says, you know I had your baby. And you write back, when was this? And then Miss Smith says, 2015. And Mr. Womack says, and why you think it's mine and just now saying something? So how do you feel
I like how she
to
said
get
that.
a
So,
text like that?
It really upsetted me because after all this time,
see, I'm finna get mad already. Cause why you got attitude? What you get? What you fronting your face up for? Huh? You ain't got no business fronting your face up. You done waited 3 years to tell this man he possibly got a child, and I don't blame dude. I don't blame him because I'm just supposed to accept that because you said it's my child. If you slept with me like that, I don't know who else you slept with like that. I hope he got some wits about it, but I wouldn't have just said it ain't my child because if you know that you slept with her, then it's a possibility that it could be yours, unless you know something I don't know. But I don't know. It just killed me when people say it ain't mine, knowing that they slept there. It could be yours. I don't know. You don't know.
I look like the bad person. I look like I don't want to be in her life.
And you feel like he's
I wanna
making
say the
no
baby
effort
favor.
to get to know your daughter or have a relationship.
No, Your Honor. I am 100% sure that Mr. Womack here
We
is
done heard
my
that
daughter's
before.
father.
We done
And
heard that before.
I want him to step up and be a father to my daughter. And
See, do you hear the words, the terminology? I want him to step up. Where you been for 3 years? Why you just waiting 3 years to tell me this? Now you talking about you want me to step up. If you'd have opened your mouth sooner, you know what? I ain't even gonna do it. She got some audacity.
because, my daughter is 4 and, she don't have a father figure. And when she see Mr. Womack, she wants to be with her daddy.
You
I hope this is
said
baby if that's the case.
when Adriana sees her daddy,
She probably done
sees him
told this.
where?
On Facebook, Your Honor.
Oh, he on Facebook.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, so she got a Facebook father. That is sad. And why
It
did
ain't
you
his fault.
make a choice to show her Facebook pictures when you could have been in touch with the real man?
That's what I'm asking.
Stuff had happened a long time ago, and I didn't have, the courage to tell Mr. Womack. I just showed her Facebook pictures.
All right, let's peel back.
Shaping the child. You see what I'm saying? Shaping the child. Don't do that baby like that. Don't do that child like that.
Because at this point, I know I'm confused. And I'm sure everyone in the gallery is too. I don't even know how this started. Let's just start from the beginning. How did you all meet and what was the nature of your relationship?
We was in high school. He was like the all-star, basketball player, football player, and I'm just like, a regular old freshman. So me and Mr. Womack, start having sex.
You did.
Yes, ma'am.
And then that was just like, did you date? Or what do you mean you just started?
We changed each other DMs, like, messenger. So.
Oh, that's how it starts?
Yes, ma'am.
So you don't even go to dinner?
Ugh, I don't know. That picture right there is a little incriminating because it kind of looked like him. Oh, no, that baby. I think this is. Yeah, I think that this might be his child. If it's not, I'll be surprised.
Just goes in DMs?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll be surprised.
That's just nasty. So we just go in the DMs.
It go down in the deal. It go down in the
Y'all
deal.
got it way too easy, Jerome.
Right?
You don't even have to take nobody to dinner anymore.
You know how much money I spent?
All you needed was the DM.
It was DM. Man.
Yeah, this
Anyway,
DM life something serious from what I hear.
this
I don't know. I've been out of the game that
it's not a
long.
relationship. It's just sex.
Yes, ma'am.
How many times did you have sex?
A lot.
It was 3, Your Honor.
No,
3 times?
3 times.
No, it wasn't, Your Honor.
I can count
Okay.
on one hand 3 times, Your Honor.
Well, it only takes one hand to count to 3.
Yeah.
All right, so tell me about the times you remember when you all had sex.
One time was after a party.
Okay.
One time was in my room at my mom's house when she was away.
Okay.
And then the third time was on the back porch.
All right. And at some point, you find out you're pregnant?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Take me to that day. What happened?
I don't
My
know.
mother felt that I wasn't, feeling well. I was supposed to go to church that Sunday. We didn't go to church. Found out I was pregnant November 23rd. I didn't, tell Mr. Womack at the time because I told my ex,
So at
Uh-oh.
that time,
Let's
were
see.
you purposefully leaving Mr. Womack out? Were you purposefully saying, I'm just going to tell my ex he's the father and I'm not going to even think about Mr. Womack? Or did you forget about Mr. Womack?
only reason why I didn't, point the finger at Mr. Womack was because every time that, me and Mr. Womack would have a sexual encounter, he would say, I pulled out. So it was to the point that I put the pregnancy on my ex.
That don't work. You might back out, but that don't mean that you ain't get. It don't take much. Put it like that. I don't care how much you think you pulled out.
No, this is exactly why young people don't need to have sex. If I hear one more story about some
All them in the audience clapping like they ain't never did nothing. Y'all, judgmental people. Look at me talking.
not finishing the act, I can't believe that we are still in this place where we don't know. That doesn't work.
Don't worry.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. So you're saying you thought Mr. Womack couldn't be the father because he didn't ever really finish the act.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you wrote him off.
Yes, Your Honor.
So how did you come to realize
I don't believe that all the time.
Child support had did a DNA test, and the DNA test had said that he wasn't the father. So I went back to Mr. Womack.
And so how old was Adriana when this was happening?
I think that's his baby.
When I told Mr. Womack,
I really do.
My daughter haven't even turned 3 yet. She was 2.
All right, so she tracks you down. You get the text. We've already read the text. What happened after the text, Mr. Womack? Can you fill that in?
Not gonna lie, Your Honor. I was claiming her because how I was raised up. If it's a possibility, it's mine. And I didn't want her to not have a father in her life when I can be her father if it's a possibility she's mine.
That's what I'm talking about right there. See, a lot of times fathers get the rap that they deadbeats or that they don't want to be in their child life. Now, it's some out there. It's some out there, but it's a lot of us out here too who are not deadbeats and want to be active in our child's life. But you don't see that broadcasted as much as you see the deadbeat dad stuff broadcasted. But it's a lot of good people out here. He don't even know if that's his child and he claiming her. Now, that made me retract my earlier statement about he shouldn't say that it wasn't his if he know he slept with her.
But after talking to my family, after 3 years, and you just now telling me, I can't do it. But
He look
we can
different
find
right
out.
there, but I think that might be his baby.
She also slept with other family members.
Oh.
How did that just jump out of nowhere?
Oh.
How could it be a family member's baby?
She was messing around with him.
With the family member?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you messing around with a family member, Miss Smith?
Yes, Your Honor. But
Don't judge her. I learned not to judge people. She had that phase. She went through a phase. Hopefully she just went through it. Okay? I ain't gonna judge her. I ain't gonna. Don't mess with your family members though.
during the time that I got pregnant with my daughter,
When I was messing with her, it wasn't just me and her.
It's that picture that made me look
She
think
was
it's
messing around. It was like it was a sport for her.
Were you having sex with Mr. Womack's family member during the same window of time that you were also intimate with him?
no, Your Honor.
She don't know.
Wow.
She don't know. I think she don't know.
Mr. Womack had told me, he said, you could have slept with one of my cousins, and that's why the baby looked like him. I said, well, how does that happen? Oh, don't worry about that. I said, well, which cousin you think my daughter looked like? You know, it's pretty much that he just...
Well, you should know who it would be. What is this?
I have another cousin here who I tell things to, and he knows about her.
Sir, please stand up and step up to this podium. State your name
I don't know.
Cedric Sherman.
Mr. Sherman,
Yes, ma'am.
please tell me you're going to have some testimony.
Well, to just shed a little light on the
Please
situation,
do.
you know, everybody knows her as, you know, the go-to girl, so it really wasn't.
Oh, that's not a good reputation to have. It's not. That's messed up, man. That's. I mean, I hope y'all take notes of this, okay? Because people gonna talk about you. They gonna dog you. You might like what you're doing, but people gonna talk about you, and that's gonna follow you forever.
Need, like, you know.
You say
think
she was
about it.
the go-to girl.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, that took only 28.
Words in your mouth. Go-to for sex.
So you at least 40.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, so you got labels like that. That is the
I mean,
go-to girl. What do you do with? You just call the go-to girl. How does that work?
I mean, when one guy done messing with her, the next guy, you know, try to slide in or something.
Oh, so one
Dang,
person
man.
would have sex with her, and then if one of the friends
That look
said,
bad.
"I want to have sex," you all would say, "Well, you know, you could call the go-to girl."
Yes, ma'am.
And how would you have her number? You share it?
They're DM.
She a sexaholic.
Were you that girl, Miss Smith?
I mean, yes, Your Honor. I'm not gonna lie about it. I was, because I figured, because, you know, I'm trying to fit in. So
Oh man, that's sad. Now when it turned into that type of story, it's sad. You know, a lot of times you just I'm gonna let her tell her story, then I talk.
I was, you know, messing around with, you know, guys because I wanted to fit in. Because, you know, everybody would, you know, bully me or whatever. So it was just to the point that I thought just doing that then, but I know I was doing it the wrong way to fit in, you know, so.
Okay, so we know now that that's not appropriate, right?
No, Your Honor.
And that's no way to fit in. That's a way to end up in paternity court.
Dang, that's sad, man, because you don't even know what. See, now I'm almost feeling sorry for her because it seems like she misguided and don't have like good self-esteem, or she don't have a father figure. It seemed like you know, it's just like she was missing something out of life. Now I feel bad for her. I ain't gonna lie, because you heard what she said. She a heavier girl, so you know how people can be, you know, and that made me sad. I don't like that. Now I'm sad, okay? Now I'm real sad, and I understand kind of why she didn't tell the guy, but now I don't like how they dogging her now. Because they knew, you know, she probably had problems too, but they didn't care. They was just trying to get them some. You get what I'm saying? So now I'm against the father for a little while. I was on his side, but now that I know like how she feels and how she felt, I feel bad for her. So you know, she got my sympathy right now. So we'll see.
But I will say this to you. As a young girl, I appreciated you finally testified to something that made sense, and I understood that. You were new to an area. You were being bullied. You were the new girl. And the way you tried to cope is you tried to be that girl.
Yes, Your Honor.
And it ended up turning into
And she only
basically
22.
just getting used up
Yeah.
by a whole bunch of young boys.
Yeah.
And I can see that hurts you to recall that. I see the tears.
That's sad.
Because
man.
that's not who you want to be, right?
No, Your Honor.
And that's not who you wanted to be back then.
No, Your Honor.
See, that's why we come here.
Dang, I'm sad
Just
now.
tell it. It's okay. I'd rather you just tell the ugly truth than try to make up a pretty lie.
Yep.
I will accept an ugly truth any day versus people talking in circles trying to make a lie pretty.
I think
That
that's his
just
baby.
frustrates me because it don't make no sense. As hard as that was for you to say, it made perfectly good sense.
Yeah.
As hard as it was for me to fathom a young girl like you just giving your body away and laying down with anybody, any little young boy that wanted to do it to try to feel important or special or feel included, that's hard for me to accept because I don't want that for any young woman.
Yeah.
But at the same time, do I know that that's a reality for many?
It is.
Yes. There are young boys running around here having way too much sex.
Yep.
Not because it's necessarily what they would want to do, but they copying what they boys do because they don't want to look like the lame guy that don't want to do it.
Peer
It's called
pressure.
Peer pressure for a reason.
See, I'm smart. I think that's his baby because they got that mouth. That mouth. And she tell us some good stuff, but man, that's why, man. Listen, I got daughters. I tell them I love them probably 100 times a day. You know, I tell them I boost their self-esteem, you know, and I just try to be there, man, you know, because you don't know, you got to be able to see how your kids feel, man. And I feel sorry for this girl because I feel like she was missing some of that. And I do feel like in the black community, you can't tell. Well, it's probably changed now, but you can't go tell your family, look, I don't feel this way or I feel this way about myself because a lot of times you're going to get argued at. You know, like I even look at myself and how different it was for me being raised and how I raised my children. Because now I tell my children to talk. I don't care. I don't care the situation, you know, talk. Open your mouth and talk. I might not like what you're saying, but I'm going to at least try to listen to you and not be judgmental or be harsh. I'm going to give you the best advice that I can because I want you to have a safe place so you'll never have to go out and experience life like people who do this. This girl messed up. She probably need counseling. I'm sure she do. Because it's something there for, like we always say, people always want to talk about double standards, but it's different from when a woman give her body away than a man. Because you think for a woman, someone is actually entering your body. So it's a whole deeper discussion to have around this. But man, I hate instances like this where this girl was just giving herself away to men and all they was doing was using her. They wrong and she was wrong, but they wrong too.
Okay.
So, now we're in the truth. Let's stay in it. So the truth is, you had sex with other guys besides Mr. Womack during the period. But when you think about the window of conception, you just thought, okay, Mr. Womack was in that period of time. It was either my ex or Mr. Womack.
Yes, Your Honor. I didn't have my daddy in my life.
I knew it.
You know.
I knew
I
it.
look at my daughter, and you know, she just like she wants her dad. You know.
That's his baby.
Coming up here, she was like, if I don't see my dad, I couldn't give her no answer. You know, she's 4. She'll be 5. You know, and to the point that I didn't have my daddy growing up, so you know, as the best.
That picture don't do it for me.
My daughter, her father.
And she was so excited to come here today.
Yes, Your Honor.
She was so excited that you were coming to court today.
Yes, Your Honor.
Because she felt like the end result was that she was going to be able to see her daddy in real life.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh,
That's rough.
that breaks my heart.
That's tough.
Mr. Womack, That broke my heart. I know if you love children the way you say, that's just... You can barely even look at her picture. What are you thinking, sir?
That voice gonna be shaking.
I just wish I could have been there if she's mine, you know?
But this is what it takes, you guys. It takes being honest. It takes being real. All we can do is go forward.
I don't know.
And in this courtroom, we believe the only way to go forward is with the truth. And I have that for you. Jerome, may I have the envelope, please?
This is where it get tricky at because you don't be knowing if it's his or not.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics.
What y'all think?
And they read
I think it's his.
follows.
I think it's his. She don't seem like a bad girl.
In the case of Smith versus Womack,
Let's see.
when it comes to 4-year-old Adriana, it has been determined
he the daddy, I
by
think.
this court. Mr. Womack, you
See the lady praying in the background?
are the father.
I knew it. I knew it. He looked like, the baby looked like him. The baby looked like him.
Just feel bad because I should have been there. I'm ready to be her father, you know?
Dang.
She deserve it.
Yes, she does.
That sucks.
I believe you're going to do what you say you're going to do and be there for this little girl.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Smith, you had to come clean on some very ugly truths.
Yes, you
You
did.
had to go back in a time when you didn't feel worthy. But aren't you happy you did?
Yes, Your Honor.
Aren't you happy you had the courage?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll commend her for that
She
too.
needs to know her father.
Yeah, I do.
I have no doubt that Mr. Womack is going to help you. You won't have to do this alone. Mr. Womack, it's time for you to see your little girl.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you ready? It is time for her to get a chance for her to meet her daddy. All right? And I'm going to make that happen. I wish you all the very, very best. Court is adjourned.
Wow. Man, like, this. I don't know, man. It's like, imagine you could have been in your child's life and you missed 3 years of your child's life. You know, it's a messed up situation, but I won't go that hard on that girl right there because she don't seem like a bad person. She genuinely seemed like she was just misled and she was messed up, you know. And she even said she didn't have a father in her life. Just imagine how much children go through when they don't have their father in their life. And you don't got to be the best father, but be a decent father, you know. And I think this guy I think that he gonna do what he's supposed to do. I think he really gonna, you know, from what I see in his character, I think he'll do what he's supposed to do, you know. But I just think that I'm glad that the girl did come clean, even if she did take 3 years, because you see some of these women, they go for a lifetime and then they end up dying, and like the mama end up dying and the child will be left not knowing who the father is. So I'm glad that she went ahead and stepped out and said something, man. It was messed up, you know, but I'm glad she did it, and I hope that she learned from it, and I think she did, because she don't seem like a bad person. Like, I ain't gonna be hard on this one because she don't really seem like a bad person. It's like they were young, she was dumb, both of them was young and dumb. So, you know, at least the little girl got a father in her life now. So, you know, I felt good about that one. I actually kind of felt like I knew it was his, because that one picture did make him, that baby did look like him. So I think it was a good case, and it was pretty interesting. So let me know what you think. Drop it in the comment section. Until the next time. Peace.